There is no way on earth you will try to defend President Bola Ahmed Tinubu or APC without sounding like Daniel Bwala. Now, if I tell you sound like Daniel Bwala, I mean you sound very stupid and you sound so empty. So in this video, we're going to be reacting to Daniel Bwala head-to-head interview with Al Jazeera. Guys, I'm going to warn you, you are going to feel cringe and you're going to feel secondhand embarrassment, because that was how I felt when I watched this video for the first time. So if you know you are allergic to being cringe, allergic to secondhand embarrassment, you can go. But if you are not allergic, stay, let's watch this video together. I myself, like I said, I felt cringed. I was so ashamed when I watched this video. So I have the video right in front of me. I'm going to play and we will talk. Let's get into this.
Nigeria is a proud, sovereign, independent nation, a powerhouse in Africa. So why did you just let Donald Trump and the United States bomb your country on Christmas Day?
The United States government did not bomb our country. The decision by the U.S. government was anchored on the intelligence sharing between Nigeria and the United States and the agreement on the operation.
So Donald Trump just didn't bomb Nigeria at his own whim?
No. The U.S. Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, called our own foreign affairs minister when the decision was made that that was the time to strike. And the foreign affairs minister got in touch with the president.
So this might be a controversial opinion, but I do not believe that the strike that the U.S. carried out on Christmas Day was a joint operation. Well, I feel like there was some sort of friction that happened that maybe is being... Yeah, I do believe that the Nigerian government might have been working with the United States, but I felt like there was some sort of friction and maybe the United States had overstepped its... I don't want to talk... this is my opinion. I just don't want to put it out as fact, but it's how I feel. I don't feel like things went smoothly and as planned. And I just want to say that it was so dishonest. I don't want to use the word dishonest, but I felt somehow that we got to learn about the strike from the United States and not from our own government. Do you know how crazy that sounds? If the United States didn't say anything, that strike would have happened on Nigerian soil without Nigerians ever knowing what happened. And do I think that that strike was necessary? I believe that Boko Haram should have been eliminated since yesterday. I don't know why we are dealing with it today. Boko Haram should have been a thing of the past. I don't think any of them deserve to leave. I think they should all be,
So let's talk about the terrorism.
Right.
Trump claimed he targeted, quote, ISIS terrorist scum.
Right.
And every camp got decimated. But a lot of investigative reporting on the ground shows that few, if any, combatants were killed. Some bombs landed in empty fields.
I am saying that the military operation that was conducted on that day was targeted as terrorists, and we hit them.
I do not believe that that strike actually killed any terrorist. Why? Because I'm yet to see any proof. The only thing we saw was that the missiles hitting empty farmlands. Yeah, I think some people's houses were impacted, but I'm not convinced that that missile did what it was intended to do. I'm not convinced until I see real pictures. Why is it so hard to provide pictures? Boko Haram will go into villages, go into towns, commit crimes, and they will release videos and pictures because they want you to know what they're doing. So why is it so hard for the government to do the same? Until I see pictures and videos, I'm still not convinced that that strike hit any Boko Haram. Because you know what our government is good at doing? Lying to Nigerians without feeling bad. So I'm sorry, I'm not taking your word at face value. I need to see proof.
You have a history of not hitting terrorists and hitting civilians. You know that, right? Your country.
I'm not aware.
Oh, well, on December 21st, the Nigerian Air Force said that they handed over compensation to people who were hit in an accidental airstrike on Christmas Day 2024. Do you just bomb every Christmas?
When and when?
Christmas Day 2024 and Christmas Day 2025.
I dispute that fact.
We'll take it up with the Nigerian Air Force.
Daniel Bwala, you say you dispute that fact. It is no news that Nigerian Army, Nigerian Military Air Force or whatever has carried out strikes that have mistakenly hit civilians, unfortunately. So Daniel Bwala, you are the spokesperson to the president. You want to tell me that you have so much privilege to high-end class information and you don't know this? You're lying. Daniel Bwala has access to the highest level of information in this country, and he goes on national TV to tell us he's not aware and he disputes that fact. Thank God you called it a fact. There is no way Daniel Bwala isn't aware. You are the spokesperson. You literally dwell in Aso Rock.
Terrorism is a global phenomenon.
Agreed.
And so every country is involved in it.
But it's getting worse in Nigeria, that's the problem.
I can't say it is getting worse.
You just agreed with me when I gave you the numbers.
No, I
8,700 killed in 2023,
Right.
11,000 killed in 2025. That's getting worse.
How many people were killed in the United States last year?
Because people are also killed in the United States, Nigerians should accept killings in their own country. How did this man get this job? I hope he gets fired after this interview, because the Tinubu's administration is embarrassing on its own. Like, it doesn't need this much embarrassment. How did he secure this job? Let's continue.
This is part of what Donald Trump many years ago in his first term classified the Western media as what? Fake news. The reason is because context matter.
Al Jazeera is not even Western media. Didn't you know this before you went on that interview? Oh my goodness.
Amnesty International says you are failing at security. The numbers don't lie.
It's unfortunate, and as a government,
and it's getting worse.
We're working day and night
and it's
to
getting
deal with
worse.
That situation. I don't agree to the fact that it's getting worse.
How can it not get worse if more people die in 1 year than the previous year?
Context matters.
What's the context?
The context is not getting worse.
What?
This man is he's not smart. They're literally telling you about data that says the numbers of people being killed by insecurity or due to insecurity is increasing. Like the graph is increasing. And they're telling you because it's increasing, obviously it's getting worse. And you say you dispute that. You don't agree with that. This is not about your opinion. Your opinion doesn't count when it comes to facts. Data shows that these crimes are increasing. It tells you things are getting worse, and he says it's not getting worse. This is the spokesperson to your president. This is the representative of your president.
Human Rights Watch have lined up to say that you have allowed impunity to flourish. You have failed to apply lessons from previous attacks. Damning indictments of your security service.
I put it to you, that's not what they said.
That's not what Amnesty said?
Yes. Amnesty...
I've literally got the quote right here.
Quote it.
The authorities' failure has allowed impunity to flourish and the killings to spread to many parts of the country.
Source.
Amnesty International, February 8th, 2026.
Well, I'm not aware of that one.
You were not aware of that and you went for an interview. What were you thinking? Daniel Bwala, you're such a bloody liar.
I am aware. I'm aware.
At the weekend, you put out a video to music of you and a team researching and prepping for this show. And yet every time I've asked you something, you say, I'm not aware of that. What were you researching in that video?
You're really funny.
Why is he laughing? He thinks this is a joking matter. See, this is what this government is a joke. They don't think anything seriously. They think the sufferings of Nigeria is a joke, is a movie. Because we make jokes, we make comedy, memes all the time on Twitter, on social media. These people don't take us seriously. Because why is he laughing? What's funny?
You know, we were very clear with the Nigerian people when the decision was made. It will bring discomfort temporarily. But the long term is what we are promising. In
other words, they're saying, Nigerians, we are going to suffer, continue suffering. Time is coming. We are assuring you the future will be better. It has not gotten better. Election is next year. That's almost going to be 4 years. Nothing is getting better. So what hope? What should be our hope? What should we be hoping for? What should we hold on to and say, okay, we're going to hope for the best? Nothing is changing. And this government is telling us, oh, you'll be inconvenienced now, but the glory of the later days will be better than the glory of the former days. No, Tinubu, you don't get to eat your cake and have it.
What do you say to people who highlight allegations against him of, quote, massive corruption and misappropriation of funds?
That's their opinion.
Actually, it's your opinion. In January 2023, you talked about the legal petition against him that involves, quote, massive corruption and misappropriation of funds. You were in the opposition and were very critical of his wealth.
Exactly verbatim what I said, because what you just said is not a true representation of
January 22nd, 2023, you said the petition against him involves massive corruption and misappropriation of funds belonging to the government of Lagos State, abuse of official office, conflict of interest.
I'm glad you said the petition against him.
Yeah.
Yeah, document that was taken to court.
That you highlighted.
I wasn't the one that went to court. And at that time, where was I?
You were an opposition member.
Thank you.
So should we not trust you when you say things as opposition?
What is the job of opposition?
So he's trying to say, disregard everything that I said earlier. I said it because I was in opposition. Now I've been given money to work for this government. So this is actually how, this is why I find it hard to trust government, even if it's the opposition government, because they just say anything to make themselves look good in front of the people. Because now you're telling us, oh, you said those things because you were in opposition? How crazy.
You said at the time that Tinubu started a militia to sway the election corruptly and that they even threatened you. So how can we take anything seriously you say tonight in his defense? You said this. Tinubu and his people created a militia. This is the first time in the history of Nigeria we've seen a political party creating a militant arm leading to election. Your words, January 2023.
Context is everything.
There is no context.
I'm coming. You are quoting the things I said when I was in the opposition.
And I understand that's uncomfortable for you, but you did say them. If you want to disown them, that's
okay
fine.
For you to ask anything I've ever said.
So does he have a militia that tried to kill you?
He doesn't have. I never said he tried to kill me.
I'm going to put that video where he said it. I'm going to look for that video because I watched it yesterday. I'll put that video so you guys can see, because he in fact said this. He did say that Tinubu has a militia that is trying to kill him. So why are you lying, Daniel?
There is also this threat to life, and I can tell you that because I myself have received threats from Asiwaju and his camp, and this is evident, is everywhere I've reported to law enforcement. A lot of people have been threatened. I am not surprised because a militia has been created, and I'm calling on the government to look into that.
Does the president know? Okay, let's go on. Let me control my emotions. Let's go on.
You're just denying.
I never said that.
Who said it then? Look-alike.
No, I don't know what you meant by that. I know I complained at the time.
You said
about the conduct of election.
It is not my fault
Right.
that I am able to recall your words in a way you can't.
But it will be your fault
Tinubu,
when you read it out of context. Yeah.
if we go home late tonight, context.
Yeah.
What is, just accept that you said it, but now things have changed. Because like, why would you deny your own words? There's literally video evidence. Why are you denying Daniel Bwala? You're a shame.
In 2019, 2 armored money trucks, Bullion vans, were seen going into his house, coming out of his house. Where did that money go?
No. Point. Did you see the money? Or those who reported, did they see money inside the Bullion van?
Was there no money in the Bullion vans?
How am I to know?
You said it was money in the vans at the time.
I never
2023, February. You
How could I have known there was money
it's a tragedy that I know your words better than you do. There is only one person in Nigeria who is alleged to have moved money through Bullion vans, and that person is the presidential candidate. You said that on February 17th on Channels Television 2023.
Thank you for notifying me.
Thank you for notifying you. Daniel Bwala, I cannot stand you, honestly. What the heck? So now we should forget everything you said. Bullion van came because they were having Bullion van contest. Oh, I don't get it. Guys, I remember that time when there was news about a Bullion van leaving Tinubu's house. Then I wasn't too into politics, but I knew that moment. And it was like, why do you need a Bullion van in your house? He criticized it. And now he's saying there was no money inside. I can't say for a fact that there was money inside, but that is questionable. That we need answers, which we never got up till this day. A reasonable answer we never got. Not all this press.
How can you prove that just because a Bullion van goes into a person's house and comes out that there is money inside?
Maybe because people said it was vote buying by Tinubu. Tinubu himself said, I gave money to the people.
So why did the Bullion van go into the person's house? That is what we Nigerians want to know, Daniel. Since you're the spokesperson of the now president who did that when he was not the president, can you tell us what a Bullion van was doing in his house? You're the spokesperson. You should know. Tell us. Why did the Bullion van go there? What did he go there for? Guys, I'm going to stop here because I'm feeling embarrassed. Like, I'm feeling so embarrassed. Again, guys, like I said in the beginning of this video, there's no way you will support this government and you will not sound this way. An election is next year, January. Guys, this government has showed us enough reason why they are not qualified. So if I'm holding ears, just like an African parent, if you like go to the polls and vote for this president again, it is... Anyways, thank you guys so much for staying with me this long and for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video because I did, even though I felt cringe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.